I hope you're having a wonderful day with your family. It is a day for family. I know when we're in middle school and high school and even like college, we like love to focus on our friends and buy gifts for them, and that's good, but don't forget your family. Whoever is in your life that maybe you're having a challenging time getting along with or even talking to, I want to encourage you to ask God to help you to make it work. Family is worthwhile. Family is worth fighting for. So that's my Christmas advice for you today, but let's go ahead and get into today's Devo. Go ahead and grab your phone, pull up the YouVersion Bible app like I say every single time, or grab your regular Bible, turn to Psalm 38 and read it on your own. Pause the video here, and when we come back, we're going to talk about what God was showing us as we read that psalm. Alright, now that you finished reading Psalm 38 on your own, I wanted to share the verse that stood out the most to me when I read this psalm, and it was verse 4, and I'm reading it in the New King James Version on my phone, and it says this: "For my iniquities have gone over my head. Like a heavy burden, they are too heavy for me." I want to ask you guys if you can identify with David. Maybe you've gotten saved, maybe you've given your life to God, but you're feeling this burden, like you're still feeling guilty and you're not sure why, but you just question, like, am I really saved? Am I really going to heaven? Has God really forgiven me? Have you ever given a public profession of your faith? What I mean by a public profession of your faith is telling someone and letting someone know, or letting a group of people know, or letting your church know that you have decided that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior and you are going to live your life for Him. As a kid, I grew up in church. I went to the nursery from like probably the first month I was born. I was in church every single Sunday, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. I know when I was in nursery, I know that I prayed a prayer that was like, "Jesus, please come into my heart and be my Lord and Savior." And I remember being really little and loving God. But then when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, I started like, you know, every kid struggles with like disobeying their mom or dad, but I started feeling this like, man, am I really saved? How do I know I'm saved? Has God really forgiven me because I keep doing bad stuff? I knew somehow in my heart, God was tugging at my heart, even as like a 7-year-old, that I needed to go up front and get saved. And I guess that was God leading me to give a public profession of my faith. Now, when I was 7, we were at a church in Tennessee, and I knew all the kids at kids' church, and they knew I was a Christian, and I was really embarrassed to go forward and be like, I want to get saved, because I was like, are they going to think I wasn't saved this whole time? You know, whatever, crazy thoughts that go through your mind. But when I was 7 turning 8, we moved, and I could not wait to go to kids' church, because I knew that if they asked if anyone wanted to give their heart to God, I was going to raise my hand and walk forward and publicly give my heart to God. And I wasn't necessarily like analyzing all this and realizing that the reason I was feeling guilty, or the reason I was struggling with wondering if I was saved, is because I hadn't publicly confessed that Jesus Christ was my Lord and Savior. But I just knew in my heart that I wanted to do that, so I felt better inside. And I'm telling you, when they asked, does anyone want to ask Jesus in their heart, my hand shot up and I was like, I do. And I didn't say it out loud, but I walked forward, and then they let us out in the hallway and they talked to us about what it meant to pray a prayer and give your life to Jesus and ask Him to be your Lord and Savior. And I had heard all of that before, and I had already done it, but I just felt like this release, like everyone knows that I'm a Christian. Everyone knows that I am giving my life to God. And I'm telling you, from that day forward, I never struggled with wondering if I was a Christian ever again. I never wondered if I was actually going to make it to heaven. I never wondered ever again. And it was such a relief. If you've been struggling with that, I want to encourage you this Christmas, on Sunday, whenever you get a chance, tell someone, tell a group of people that you are a Christian, that you are living your life for God, and you will see such a difference. So have an awesome rest of your Christmas day, and I will see you guys on Monday with another episode of #Dear Diary. All right, see you then. Bye.